Why, hello and welcome everybody. It is Pohx again. So earlier this week, I guess to be more specific, 2 days ago or 3 days ago, I showed you guys a video of my character with my freeze pulser. I really liked it a lot. I was having a lot of fun, and then I woke up and something devastating happened. I got nerfed in 3 ways. All right, freeze pulse's base damage got nerfed by about 20%. Which was pretty big. They notched off a huge chunk of it off, which I guess is understandable. That's fine, I'm not going to complain about that. One thing I don't agree with, though, is they nerfed the quality on Freezing Pulse, which they knocked off 20% of the projectile speed. It used to be 60% projectile speed at 20% quality. Now I believe it's 40% projectile speed. I don't see the need in that because Freeze Pulse is, I think the only skill that diminishes in damage as it goes outward. So, I mean, I don't really understand that part, but anyway, that's regardless. And then Rain of Splinters was nerfed as well. Rain of Splinters now reduces the damage you deal by 30 to 50%. Unfortunately, and fortunately at the same time, I have a legacy one, so I can't show you unless I actually get someone and buy it off someone who found a Rain of Splinters, so I can't really showcase this in the full 100% nerf potential, but you could just, take off three skill points and whatnot to make up for that fact. Alright, so, with that being said, I ended up crafting, kind of went pretty overboard to see how far I could push this character for a beta. This character is 84. I ended up crafting this staff from basic. This was originally a white 6-link. I ended up getting a strength roll of 40 with a trans. I augmented +2 cold. I regaled 83% spell crit. I crafted 62% spell damage and exalted casting speed on it. So that's one. And then I was like, I really want to go CI, and then this chest piece dropped. So now I'm kind of pushing my character into going low life with this chest piece and just taking chaos damage to the face and seeing what's going to happen there. Not exactly sure yet. But yeah, so I know this gear is pretty nuts, but you got to push your characters to see what you can do. And then I will go over my links, and then I'll get right in, and then I'll talk more about the character later. So I'm currently using Cold Penetration and Hypothermia. So for all the tooltip warriors out there, I'm currently a 21k Freeze Pulse with 2 totems out. You could do the math. However, that does not include Cold Pen or Hypothermia because they don't show in the tooltip. They think outside of the box. We've got Added Lightning, Faster Casting, Freeze Pulse, and Spell Totem. Added Lightning is because I couldn't roll a 3rd blue. It's not bad. You could use crit damage. You could use Added Lightning. You could roll 2nd green or 3rd green. You could use Faster Projectiles, or you could use, I guess if you really want clear speed, you could use, GMP. Added Cold's not bad. Added Cold gets the +2 as well. So, some cool stuff. But let's just go ahead and jump right in. So I've got a Strand map here. It's my highest map. I lied. Labyrinth is my highest, but no one likes Labyrinth. So let's go ahead and do Strand since Strand is nice. Alright, now these gems are also level 19. For the most part, they're 19. Oh, Cast on Death. Well, that's a good way to start a map. It doesn't have the best, I guess, if you want to compare in terms of clear speed. It's not the best, especially with the projectile nerf now. It really took a big hit to that. Damage with charges up is 26 point... Oh, actually, that's wrong. There you go, 27.7k, since people are curious all the time. And I am currently at a crit chance of 50%. I still have 2 more power charges to pick up on the tree. That'll be pretty neat. It'll be like 57% or so. And I'm pretty happy with that. 57% crit chance with 2 totems out. Seems pretty solid. Since each totem rolls its crit chance separately, it's pretty neat. I can reliably shock, I can freeze pretty good amounts of stuff. If I ever wanted to change it, like I said before, I could just drop the Added Lightning, roll a 3rd blue, and I could run Added Cold, which would be really good because it gets the +2, but I don't really have the chromes right now, and I don't have a high level Added Cold yet. So it's still performing really good. Now, granted, like I said, this is a pretty extreme amount of stuff to have, but you don't really need a 6-link to do this. I could pull out the Added Lightning here, and I'm still at 21k with 2 charges, and you'll still see, the damage is still fine. This is just the power of running a staff. By running a staff, you're able to pick up Serpent Stance and whatnot. Although Wand still might be more optimal, I'm not really sure. I'm sure they would be if you get like your perfect dual wield wands with, you know, crit multiplier and whatnot. I'm not really sure. Let's go into the watery pit. Let's fight Mr. Vegan. And then of course you've always got the option of double cursing as well. Oh. Down goes the 74 Vegan. Don't really have too many issues with this character as of right now. I guess the only issues you'll have with freeze pulse at times, from my personal opinion, with totems, I can freeze pretty much any exile. I've never had an issue there. It's when you run maps, like you guys know Catacombs, the map, how it's got a lot of, or like Dungeon even. Dungeon's not too bad. Catacombs is really annoying. How there's a lot of hallways and a lot of twists and turns. Sometimes you'll find like a sub-fizz totem, and you'll find like powerful crits mobs in there, and they'll one-shot the totem. And that's kind of unfortunate. There are things you can do to go around that. It's just, those are the only times when my clear speed will really cut down because I can't properly hit the targets. Yeah, this character as well is not very tanky at all. I dropped a lot of life because I found this chest piece. And with this chest piece, obviously, I can start pushing my character into going CI. Which will be really, if I want to go CI. I really want to do low life on the character, to be honest. Being low life would allow me to reliably freeze, like, higher end bosses with freeze pulse. Which I think would be super cool. Super badass. And then I'll drop added lightning for the added cold, most likely then. And do some really cool stuff as well. I also need to get some ball gems, like... I've got so many links open on my character, I'm not doing anything. Like, I'm not even using my chest piece, my helmet just has auras, which could be anywhere now. So, a lot of cool stuff I could still do. Okay, here's the boss. Oh, it's double boss. And they're down. Alright, let's take the helmets here. What else is cool? That's good enough. Alright, so I'm going to talk a little bit about this character now. I do have other videos as well explaining a lot about this character, but I'm going to kind of explain what I changed up. So, I ended up coming through and I went through and took Doomcast. I don't want to go this way because I feel that when you're running two totems, especially when you're running a freeze build, crit chance is cool and all, but I mean, I'm already 50% crit chance. Like, I don't need more crit chance. 50% chance with two totems, you're gonna crit. You need damage at this point. Unless you want consistency, then you can get crit chance. Coming across, I ended up speccing into Throat Seeker. Moving along, I grabbed Heart and Soul. I ended up dropping my Intuitive Leap because I don't use Dark Arts anymore, because I don't dual wield, and I ended up getting Dex on my helmets and Dex on my gloves, which means I don't need Dark Arts for the Dex anymore. However, I will probably spec back into Intuitive Leap here so that I can hop over and grab Arcane Focus and possibly even Alchemist if I want to go CI. And then I'll drop this section here, and then I could probably get another Intuitive Leap and jump over to grab Infused Shield and whatnot. We'll see how that works. So this is really good. This spell damage for Power Charge is nice because it allows me now to pick up Overcharge and pick up Infused, and then with the Intuitive Leap I'll drop this Power Charge duration as well. Mana issues, I don't really have too many mana issues because I drop Clarity and whatnot, and I just run off a mana pot, which makes it really easy. This is also a Curse Immunity mana pot, so I have like permanent Curse Immunity as well, which is nice. That does give you the option of running Spider Silk, because I'm permanently Curse Immune, but at the same time, when you run with a party who's running Clarity, it messes up with that. So I don't really want to do that. I feel like my damage is fine as it is, and I don't really need to run the unique chest piece. Yep, and then I pulled out of Devotion here. Now, also for going CI, some easy stuff you could do is you could just swing across through the mana, come over here, grab Unnatural Calm, or you could just spec 1-2 like this, and then you have the option of Whispers of Doom. I don't have Heart of Ice yet, don't know how I'm supposed to get it right now with my character. It's a big point investment, I don't know what to drop. And then if you decide to go CI, you can easily just drop like 2 points here, and you can spend 1, 2, 3, put Rain of Splinters in here, you've got this whole ES wheel here, you've got this entire ES wheel here. You've got the Witch one. If you started Witch, you could go like this through ES, and then you wouldn't even need the Intuitive Leap. And then additionally, you've got the ES right at Templar, and you have the ES right here. So you pretty much get everything you need to if you want to go CI as well. So the character's pretty cool. Like I said, the only thing I don't like is that projectile speed nerf, because I feel that there wasn't really any need for it. But, you know, that's beside the point. So, you guys like the video? You know, feel free to like, share, and subscribe. And feel free to comment down below as well with your thoughts. Just to clarify, this is after Freeze Pulse has been nerfed. Before the nerf, it was also pretty cool. If you guys watched the video, then I was dual-wielding... I don't remember where my wands are. Are they in the craft section? Maybe they are, maybe they're not. I think I was dual-wielding these wands right here. And then I swapped out these 2 wands for this 5-link staff. And then the 5-link staff allowed me to get Serpent Stance, which was more crit multi. So anyway, like I said, I hope you guys have a wonderful time. Hope you guys enjoy yourselves. And I'll see you guys all tomorrow. Take care, everybody.